one thing I've realized about life is everybody needs a friend. It doesn't matter how old you are. Everybody needs somebody to feel connected to. That being said, in my short 21 years of living, I have learned a lot about friendships. I happen to be the kind of person who doesn't have a lot of friends, but man, the friends I do have are freaking amazing. And that is because I have decided to focus on having quality over quantity. I want everybody to feel loved and accepted by me, but I'm not everybody's best friend because I can't give everybody my time. But the people that I have chosen to pour into are the people that also do the same for me. However, I would be lying if I said it was easy to make these great quality friends. It hasn't been. I vividly remember about 3 years ago when I was a freshman in college, I had such a hard time finding friends that I really connected with. I was so confused because I was going to a Christian school and I was surrounded with a lot of people that had the same morals and values as I did. So I assumed because I was surrounded with a lot of like-minded people that I would find great friends. And I found great people, but I had a hard time really making great connections. And that season of not having friends taught me a lot about what to look for in friends and how to make friends and all that. So today I am going to share with you about 10 things that I have really learned about friendships, and I really think this can help you create deeper, authentic, more fulfilling friendships. So number one, some of the people that you assume have lots of friends are actually one of the most loneliest people on earth. Let's think about the most popular person you know, or the most outgoing, friendly person you know. I know so many of those type of people that behind closed doors feel like they have no friends. You would never think that because they literally are so friendly with everybody and people always want to hang out with them, but they don't always feel deep connections with people. They have all these surface level friendships, but they don't really have that one person that they can really go to and just be themselves with. A lot of people like that have friends because they're entertaining, they're fun to be around, but because of that, most of the time they don't feel like they can really be themselves when they're not in this happy mood. So yeah, just kind of keep that in mind because that can, one, help you feel a little less alone if you happen to be one of those people, and two, that could also maybe give you a sign to check up on those people that always seem to have it all together and be all happy. Number two, sometimes you have to be the one that initiates friendships instead of waiting for somebody else to make the move. I had such a hard time with this when I first moved to college because I was just like, why is nobody wanting to be my friend? But the truth is, everybody else was probably wondering that about themselves because we were all just kind of waiting for other people to initiate friendships with us because it's just awkward and uncomfortable to be the one that initiates friendships. But I realized that if I really want friends, then I'm gonna have to open myself up and go out of my comfort zone and go and have a conversation with other people. I think with our phones being such a big part of our world, a lot of us young adults have kind of missed out on having to interact with somebody face to face because we can Snapchat and all of that. So when we are put in situations where we're wanting actual friendships beyond our phones, it's just uncomfortable and awkward to reach out. So if you want to have deep connections and deep friendships, sometimes you might have to be the one that initiates it. Number three, having no friends is one of the saddest feelings in the world. It is so hard to have no friends because we are all created to be in community with one another. So if you're going through this season of life where you are just feeling so alone, don't beat yourself up. It's normal. It's normal to be sad about this. I used to really get upset at myself when I would be mad about not having friends, because I was like, at least, you know, people talk to you and stuff. There's no reason for you to be sad. But I was sad and it was because I didn't have friends. So it's normal to be really sad over the fact that you don't have friends, because we were not meant to do life alone at all. The fourth thing I've learned when it comes to friendships is sometimes you can do all the right things and still have a hard time making friends. I struggled a lot with this again when I moved to college. I felt like I was putting myself out there somewhat and I felt like I was being a nice person and all of that. Yet anytime I would have conversations with people, I was just like, I just don't really feel that connection with them, and I don't know, I had a hard time finding people that I connected with. And I got to the point where I had to be okay with that, because the truth is, not everyone is going to be your cup of tea. Not everyone is going to think of you as their cup of tea. We're all different and we all connect to different things. So there just might be some personalities that you don't connect with. And that doesn't mean you're a bad person or that person is a bad person. It just means you don't connect, and that's okay. So just keep trying. Just keep pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. Interact with different people, and soon you'll kind of start finding your people. So don't beat yourself up if you're having trouble making friends right away. Going off of that, another thing I've learned when it comes to friendships is there's nothing more draining than pouring into friendships that don't pour back into you. We all have been in that situation. We all have had that one friend that we're always there for them, but they don't do anything for us. And I know that's not what friendships are all about. It's not about what you can get. But the truth is, it's not a friendship or a relationship if it's just like a one-sided deal. So if you are in a situation where you just don't feel like your friends really pour into you and they are just draining you, then you might want to start looking for new friends, because soon that's just gonna get old. It's gonna make you really like resent them, and you don't want to get to that point. So either talk to them and figure out how you can make this friendship work, or you might have to find people that aren't as draining and people that are willing to pour time into you. Number 6, this one is very important, and that is friends, especially the good ones, are really hard to come by. And so when you do find them, hold on to them tightly. Like I've said before, it's really hard to find good connections with people. And so when you do, you really want to be thankful for that and let those people know how much you appreciate them. As human beings, we're pretty sucky at thanking our friends and like family. We just assume like, oh, like they know that we're thankful for them, and we don't really validate them very often. But we need to take more time to thank our friends for being good friends to us. I have a handful of friends that I try to text once in a while, and just to tell them like how much I appreciate their friendship, because I do. I appreciate their friendships a lot. And going through that season of life where I didn't have friends really made me a lot more thankful for the friends I have now. So really, when you find good friends, hold on to them tightly and make sure they know that they are very much loved and appreciated. Number 7, a lot of people want to know how they can have this deep, real friendship. And the secret is, if you want to have deep friendships, then you have to be willing to go deep yourself. If you are tired of surface level friendships, then you need to stop being a surface level type of person. I know that's kind of harsh, but it's the truth. The only way you can create really deep, meaningful, lasting friendships is by being willing to just really be yourself and share everything about you with that person. I don't mean like the first day you meet this person, you just should open the gates to the river and let them know your biggest, darkest secrets. Like, no. But as friendships do continue to grow, be willing to be a little more open with one another. Some of the closest friends I have right now are my best friends, not only because we love to have fun with one another and we joke and stuff, but because they're the ones I've had to really rely on during some of my darkest times in life. And them seeing me at that space and me seeing them when they were in that space really just made us grow so much closer to one another. I had so much more respect for them as human beings, and they had a lot more respect for me because they got to really see me and know what makes me me. So really be willing to go deep with people. That's really the only way you can create true fulfilling friendships. These last couple tips I have for you are two of my very, very favorites, and I think probably one of the most important ones, so really make sure you listen up. If you want to attract good friends into your life, then you yourself need to work on becoming a good person. Let's say you are the type of person that is very dramatic, really rude, and talks really bad about other people behind their backs. Most likely your friends are going to be the same. They're going to be rude, mean, and gossip. But if you want to have loving and caring and genuine friends, then you also need to be those things so you can attract those kind of people into your life. It's going to be really hard to attract good, genuine people into your life if you yourself aren't being good or genuine. This doesn't mean you have to be a perfect human being, like not at all, because none of us are perfect. But if we want to surround ourselves with loving people, then you have to be a loving person. It's that simple. I hope that wasn't too harsh. So this last tip is probably the most important and just one I really want you to listen to, and it's really not a tip, it's more of just a reality, and that is every person on this earth wants to feel loved, appreciated, and accepted. So if you are not feeling those things from your friends, then maybe they're not too great of friends. If your friends are toxic and make you feel really crappy about yourself and they don't make you feel loved or appreciated, then it might be time to make new friends. And I know that sometimes as human beings, we rather be in toxic friendships and have friends than to not have friends at all. And I understand that because the idea of being lonely is hard. But in the long run, surrounding yourself with toxic people is just going to hurt you so much more than just being alone until you find the right group of people. So in the future, as you're making friends, or right now, as you evaluate your friendships, ask yourself if they really make you loved, appreciated, and accepted and understood. And if they don't, then I don't think there is any reason to be in that kind of friendships. Same goes to you. Are you making your friends feel loved, understood, and accepted? If not, then you need to be a better friend and really make sure you're doing those things, because you don't want to contribute to the toxic culture of friendships. So yeah, that is all I got. I really enjoyed making this video. This topic is just very dear to my heart. So if you have any questions, comment them down below. If you want me to make another video on this topic, I would love to. And I just want to say again, if you're going through a season of life where you don't feel like you have good friends, that sucks. Like I'm so sorry. And unfortunately, you're not alone. There's a lot of people that go on through their life, young, old, kids, all ages of people that have really felt exactly what you feel right now. So you're not alone. And I hope this channel, this community can bring you a little bit of belonging and joy to your life. So if you want to be a part of this community, make sure you subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. But that is all I got for you today, and until next time, bye!